Greetings YouTube! Today I'm going to be doing another bargain video, and here is the first portion. Up here we have two D&D books, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. This is the stuff from the 80s. This is the original Fiend Folio. It has someone made a handmade pencil-drawn slipcover, which is not attached to the book, so it will come right off. And it's actually protected the cover quite well. And this is Unearthed Arcana by Gary Gygax. These is both original printings, first printings. They're not worth much, in all honesty. They're worth less than $10 a piece. So I will probably be giving them away to people because I think that they should fall into the hands of gamers, and I like to give things to people. I'm just like that. But what I noticed that while I was looking for the prices just to see if they were worth my time to sell, people are selling quote-unquote new copies of these books. How are they defining new? These books were printed in the early 80s. Are they saying they bought them, shrink-wrapped them at the day they purchased them, and have never touched them since? I find new to be a dubious term when it comes to these books, but that's just me. Then we have a book called Dragon Henge, which is all about dragons, and that's a gift for a friend's son. He's in the dragon stage at this point in life. I got it cheap. We have two comic books here, Dark Reign Hawkeye and Dark Reign Fantastic Four. I have no idea what Dark Reign means at all, but they're graphic novels, compilations of like 4 or 5 issues, and I paid $1 a piece. I'll read them, then I'll pass them on. We have 3 crochet books, which are for a friend of ours. We picked those up cheap for like $1 for all 3 of them. We have Spiders Spin Webs, which is a kid's book, but it has wonderful illustrations in here. I mean, these are whoops. There we go. Wonderful illustration. These are really, really well drawn. I mean, just beautiful stuff. So that's my wife. She is currently working on a story about a spider, and she has an affection for spiders, as do I. So for $1, or actually I paid like 69 cents for that. I figured we'd pick it up and add it to our collection of books. Here we have a set of stamps. These are stamps. They're alphabet stamps. Picked them up for $3, brand new, and they're a really nice font. So I figure we can use these for craft projects. I really like the font on that. It's very simple, clean. I actually have no idea what that font is. If anyone out there can tell me what that font is, I would be thankful. Then we have some books. Tina Fey's Bossy Pants. I've never read any Tina Fey, so I thought I'd give it a try. And yes, I apologize. I went out and bought books. But most of these books will be going away as soon as I read them. So cut me a little slack. Reflections on a National Epidemic, Violence. Though this book was written in '96, I think. It's important to remember that at the moment, in 2014, we are in one of the lowest points of violence in the last 30 years. The world is not as violent as the mainstream media would have you be led to believe, because violence gets your eyes on the TV. Violence keeps you tuning in. Peace and prosperity does not. Weathering the Wilderness, the Sierra Club Guide to Practical Meteorology. That's for my wife. The Misfortune of Alonso Ramirez, The True Adventures of a Spanish American with 17th Century Pirates, which should be cool. But it was written by a man named Fabio Lopez Lazario, which is an awesome name. Along the Edge of America, which is about traveling on the Gulf Coast, which I by the author of Walk Across America, which I haven't read. But I picked this up for less than like 25 cents, 20 cents, something like that. So I figured I'd give it a try. Roger Ebert's The Great Movies 2, which I picked up cheap. That's going to probably go in my reference library. I love Roger Ebert's writing, and having references for movies is always good. Here we have a stone carving, or carved piece of stone, which I picked up for $1 because I thought it was a really wonderful geometric shape. Has nice physicality to it. I like that. Here we have a fish bell, which is very cute. Then we have a small Indian style bell, which has a nice tone. Then we have some movies. We have Sky Captain and the Adventures of the World of Tomorrow, which isn't a particularly good film, but this has commentary, and I want to listen to the commentary. The Lady Killers, a movie I haven't seen, which I've heard good things about. I've heard Tom Hanks' role in this was extremely well done. Hugh Jackman's Real Steel, a movie I really enjoyed, and this has got commentary on it. And the special edition of Jamie Foxx's Ray, which I've never seen. My wife was surprised when I said that, but I've never seen it. Then we have a creamer and sugar bowl, because my wife has this set of dishes. She got it cheap at a yard sale once, and she wanted to add these to the collection because it's not quite complete. We have a piece of art glass, which was, you know, it's melt glass kind of thing, but I kind of liked the way it was done. The person signed it on the back. I just thought it was very well executed, and I liked the kind of rainbowy pattern to the reds. I thought that was nice. I like that. Here we have a small vase which fits my vibe of the palette I like, and it does have Pam 96. So Pam made this in 1996. So there you go. Then we have Godzilla, which is a gift to my wife because she said she was going to buy herself a pair of sneakers for her birthday, which is fine. That's, you know, she can allocate the money from our household that she wants. That's what she wanted for her birthday. But I wanted to get her something as a gift, so I bought this at a thrift shop because she likes Godzilla. And I noticed that hand would be perfect for holding an object. Now he has to figure out what object he needs to hold. Any suggestions? Then we have a really interesting figure. That is an interesting figure. That's just a cool looking figure. And that's a nice tone. And then we have a snake. The snake holds a bell, and it's a hook pin here back for a clapper, which rests. In fact, there's a little divot right there to hold. Sorry, the little divot right there to hold the thing in place so it doesn't wander around. So there's no clapper in here. You strike it, which probably blew the speaker, the mic on this thing, but that's life. But that was very cool, and I'm like, that was an unusual bell. I had to add it to our collection. So here is the section on the media and art objects. Welcome back, and here we're going to have the non-media version of the video, a segment of the video. So this blue thing right here is a 2-foot square garment bag that you hang inside your closet, and we bought it to help keep some of our coats as free of cat hair as possible, because the cats go in the closet. So this is going to hopefully do that, at least cut down on the dry cleaning bills before we wear our stuff. Wouldn't that be nice? Then we have this top here, which my wife picked up because she liked the pattern. It's very brightly colored. And we have this sweater, which is a really nice, heavy weight, and it's incredibly good shape. It really is. We picked all three of these things up for like $1. Seriously, it was next to nothing. It was awesome. So it was a rummage sale. Can't lose there. So my wife loves sweaters, and we should think she has a friend that can help her modify this a little, because it's a large and she's not a large. So between maybe shrinking it a bit and maybe getting it tailored, it'll fit her. It's from Jones, New York Sportline. No idea who they are. Then we have some new items here, which I still think are great deals. This I picked up at Ocean State Job Lots. It's one of the scrunched up hoses. They're wicked. I mean, this thing weighs nothing, man. I picked it up for $8. I figured I'd give it a try because my mother-in-law has some mobility and strength issues, so I figured that this would be much easier for her to move around than the normal standard garden hose. And it's 50-foot hose, and I can hold it in one hand, so that's really cool. And we have this, which I got at a discount place. It is a Black & Decker flashlight for $6, and it has 3 different lens colors: green, blue, and red. And it comes with its own sheath, and it comes with Rayovac batteries. And so I thought I'd give that a try and give it a review, see how the colored lenses work. And I know it cost way more than $6 when it was first introduced, so that's cool. And I picked this up at Tractor Supply. It's $5, and these are security bits. So here we go. These really strange, different style bits. So you got triangles and star drives with holes in the middle. These are things for defeating the different types of proprietary fasteners that people have put into different things. And I've seen sets like this online for like $20, and I never wanted to dedicate this because I very rarely encounter these things. But for $5, I will use these. And even if I only use them once a piece, I'm good. I've got my money's worth, so that's cool. Up here we have a hoe, a rake that you've got in here, which my wife got because it's fairly short. Both she and her mother can use it and get in amongst the plants. It was $6. It was on sale. I don't know why it was only $6. I don't care. It was only $6. And here we have a pool cue. This is the variety that actually splits in the middle, and I got it strictly because it's an impact weapon. I have never owned the classic pool cue for smacking people with. So all I gotta do is unscrew it. I don't even have to saw it in half, and I got myself a one-handed club for $2. So I'm like, cool. Then we have this sledgehammer, which actually it has a standard small face on this end, and on this end, this end is heavy. I don't actually know how much it weighs. It's very. It has it comes to an edge, and the reason I wanted this, it's not perfect. My wife actually has some. We have some concrete in the house in the yard that she would like to break up, and this will concentrate that energy into a line, which will help break up the concrete more efficiently, I think. Now, it's obviously undershafted. I got this for $4 at a thrift shop. It's severely undershafted, but I can put a new shaft on here for $4 just to get this very large hunk of steel, which is in relatively decent shape. And yet, a little worse for wear, and if I really need to clean that face up, I own an angle grinder. So, hey, see my legs and my socks. Woohoo! I actually put shorts on. And then we have this device, which I think was a kid's teeter-totter. Now, it has 2 rails. I don't know why these are blue, maybe because it's just colorful. And my wife's been looking for a balance device to practice with so she can get used to standing on an unstable platform because she wants to get herself a paddleboard. Now, this is too stable. This is just far too stable for that. However, what I plan on doing is these wooden rails here are only held in with 4 screws. Take the 4 screws out, remove these, and take one of these off, and just put one of these right in the middle. That means that she will now have to balance both in this direction and in that direction to help get her balance up a little better. So I think for a $2 investment, because it cost me $2 to buy this at Goodwill, and a little bit of labor on my part, which I don't mind doing crafty projects. I think it was a great find, and it's much less expensive than some of the balance boards I've seen at sporting goods places, which are like $100, even if you get lucky and find them on sale. So these are the non-media and arty things that we found. Though I have to admit that I kind of have a certain aesthetic appeal to a large chunk of steel on a stick that you swing and you hit things with.